youngest granddaughter. Oh goodness, I'm doing the thing. Well, my mom's Kathleen. She is the third daughter of my grandpa. Well, I just have like funny memories. I just jotted them down earlier, and they made me laugh a lot, and they made me really sad too. One of them was when I was little. I didn't have two front teeth because they like rotted out because I was really into candy and soda. And it's funny because I don't like eat or like stuff like that. And every time my grandpa would see me around Christmas time, and he'd be like, "Oh, I want for Christmas is my two front teeth," and I'm like, "Grandpa, you have no teeth." And he's like, "That's how I know." Like that's how I know what teeth. And he's like, "Isn't it great though?" And he would like stick his tongue out and be like, "Look, there's nothing blocking." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then some cute times when Grandpa would, like, every time I'd always forget how to use the cash register, and so Grandma would be like, "Oh, this is how you do it," and then Grandma would be like, "Don't do that stuff, just do this," and then she'd be like, "Chuck," and she'd get super upset, but then I always, the thing is, so I always ended up learning how to do it the way he did it, because yours is so complicated. You were like, "Press that button, and he's like, I just get a piece of paper and I subtract everything. And I was like, "That's so much smarter." Because I suck at electronics. And then some like bonding moments I had with them was I'd always come into the shop and I'm like, "It stinks in here." I'm like, "It's dirty," and I'm like, "Oh, this is gross," and he'd just be like, "Okay, go clean it." So I would be there, I would do it. He'd be like, "There's the broom over there, there's a bucket." Yeah. He's like, "Go get the bucket," and so I'd get the bucket, and you'd see me like little Mexican Cinderella like, trying to clean my castle up in here. And I'm trying to do this, and the thing is though, even if like you would take a step back and literally I would be doing nothing, like there was nothing improved. Like you would just walk on by and I'd be like, "Grandpa," and he'd be like, "Whatever, it's gonna do the same thing anyway." But even still at the end, he would always tell me like, "Good job, babe. I can see the difference. You did good." And that was like one of the biggest things ever for me. And even now, I still miss. Because once he started getting a lot sicker, he wasn't able to talk very well. But every time I would go see him, I'm like really self-conscious with myself, kind of pretty down on myself. And I never told him that, but every time I would see him, he'd always tell me and be like, "Wow, you just look so much more beautiful than you did last time I saw you. And you just keep getting more beautiful every day." And for me, that just like, I couldn't say anything. All I would do was just hug him again. And he'd just like pat me on the head. There's a lot of moments with Grandpa where I was just able to vent to him and just connect with him. And I feel like he loved my tomboy stage because I would be like, "Grandma, let's do this, let's do that." And Grandma would be like, "But where's my time?" And so I'd go get dresses with her. It's true. and so one day, so she's like, "No, it's my turn." And so we'd go and we'd run the band Sundays and we'd go and get dresses. And then Grandpa would be like, "But where's her pants?" And the thing is though, for me, I treasured those times and I still do. I treasured them even before. I loved going to see my grandpa. Because even when I came there and he was about to take a nap, he would wait. He would wait to go to sleep for me, and then he would take his nap. And he'd be like, "Okay, I'm too tired now. I don't remember what you're saying." Yeah. He always cared, and he always loved, and he always kept his promises, no matter what. And there was a lot of family things that were going on throughout the years, and I'm turning 17 next month, and when I was like around 10, a lot of things started happening within our family, and through this whole past like week or two, I have never seen our family get so close, and I've never felt the love so deep as it had since I was around 10. And the thing is, though, I had a conversation with Grandpa a couple months back where I kind of just told him, like, "Grandpa, I feel like our family is just drifting and like, and pray all the time about it. And he was like, baby, don't worry. I promise you that before I pass, this family will be as it was. And he even added a little part where he's like, I'll be damned if I let that thing, well, he said, I'll be damned if I let this family go to shit. That's what he said. That's what he said. But I was like, okay, Grandpa, okay.
Amen.
But the thing is, though, like yesterday morning, I was sitting back on my laptop because I needed to charge it, and so I couldn't be at the big table, and I was looking at our family, and we're talking about random things, and we're talking about my grandpa, and he did it, and he kept his promise. And our family is like closer than I've ever seen them in a very long time. Grandpa always kept his promises.
Hi, Vienna. I'm the oldest daughter of Kathleen and Victor, granddaughter of Grandpa Chuck. My grandpa was a very special, honorable man. He always gave his opinion, and we all know, often stubborn. Grandpa was always there for us, had advice for us, and pushed us to continue with our schooling and goals. Grandpa supported me through the Sea Cadets, working at the shop, teaching me a skill not many kids can say they have, giving us the opportunity to see a business strive and grow. Elsie's tools meant a lot to Grandpa, and it reminds me of him every day. I'm lucky to have grown up having Grandpa around, telling Eliza and I to be quiet because we'll scare the customers with our hiding the laughs. Yet seconds after he left, we would start laughing again, and he always does a shake of the head and smiled his beautiful smile. Grandpa will always be in my heart, and I know he is watching over us now. Thank you.
You volunteered.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm his third son-in-law, and I had good memories and sometimes hard times with this guy. I'm not gonna lie, but everything was for a good reason. It is just now that I bring things to my memory. I wish I couldn't spend more time with him. He taught me a lot. He helped me a lot. Not only helped me, he helped my family. He gave us all the help that anybody could ask for. I'm gonna miss him a lot. And I remember going shopping, buying tools. All along the road, he was telling me his adventures as a cowboy. Man, how proud he was. And I still remember the way he was telling us that. It was like living it. It was like, oh man, wishing I could be with him back in those times. Enjoy his history. It was great. Appreciate, and as I said again, might be too late. I wish I could spend more time with him. Thank you.
To say yes, because at the moment you don't know what you want to say, and then you start to hear the family share, and then all of a sudden you're like, I think I have something I want to say. And so for the family, if you want to say something, it's not like this is now speak now, forever hold your peace, but you know what I mean. This is your opportunity to come up. So Jonathan, come on up. FYI, the Perez family is showing everybody up. So anyways.
I gotta do the same thing. Keep it going, you know?
Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you, everyone.
I have more kids, by the way. That's it. Everybody else is next.
I was a little nervous coming up, in all honesty. Of course, I got a lot of stories and stuff that I could say. But the way I remember my grandpa was basically the same way my dad, said as a cowboy. It's what I love to do, and he would always. He always had a story to tell me every time I brought up that we went cowboying on a weekend or something. And